My name is Mike Matthews, the host of the longest-running self-produced daily podcast on planet Earth by a guy named Mike in the land of Rootabega here at Café Anyway and podCastro Valley. It is Mike's Daily Podcast, episode 3094, 3094. I don't have any internet, so what I've been doing is watching DVDs. I had rented the first season of Kojak, and I had never watched that before with Telly Savalas. Oh my gosh, the stuff they got away with back in the mid to late 70s. Wow. And he was just so amazing and smooth, his delivery. And he was Greek, Telly Savalas, and he pulls that into the show in one of the episodes. He's got, I think, a niece who's getting married, and meanwhile some guy is trying to threaten him, is somebody that Kojak had put away in jail, is trying to basically blow up the bride and groom as they drive away in the limousine, and Telly Savalas has to figure it all out, and he's really rough with the guy, and this is the second episode where he's starting to lick lollipops. The first one is the one before that. He was about to light a cigarette and he puts it away, and he instead has a lollipop. Online, it says that he picked up the lollipops in order to stop smoking, but he still smokes a whole bunch. So they all smoked a lot back in those days. Well, heck, all the way up through the mid 90s. If you watch TV shows, they're smoking like chimneys. It's terrible. It's bad ideas like that ruin our health. But something that's a good thing for our health. And I'm noticing people doing it, including a former boss of mine who is in his early to mid 70s. He picked up pickleball in his retirement. And with its appeal to players of all ages, it's no surprise that pickleball is the fastest growing sport in North America. The sports and fitness industry in the U.S. noted that pickleball grew over 50%, 51.8% from 2022 to 2023. And then it grew, it jumped from 51% up to 223.5% over the last 3 years. So what is, though, pickleball elbow? According to the American Academy of Orthodontic Surgeons, pickleball elbow is medically known as lateral epicondylitis, also known as tennis elbow. It is a painful condition of the elbow, often caused by overuse, such as that experienced during repetitive racket sports. I actually developed golfer's elbow, not because I play golf, but when the late great Basil the boxer, when his back legs were going out, I bought a harness in order to basically lift him up. I would lift him up physically, his back 2 legs, because his front 2 legs still worked and he'd still like to walk. So I'd lift up the back 2 legs, and that constant holding up, like you're holding up a bag of groceries, only in this case, the bag of groceries was 85 pounds. And then walking, that really messed up my elbow, my forearm. And the doctor gave me a little wrap, like a band that, holds it tight and keeps all the muscle together. And that made it feel a whole lot better. This overuse causes the tendons that attach muscles to bones in the forearm to develop degeneration, or in some instances, micro tearing. And this leads to pain and tenderness on the outside aspects of the elbow, where several forearm muscles originate. Although a thorough history and description of symptoms are often the key tools needed to diagnose the pickleball elbow, common symptoms include pain or burning in the outer elbow, pain that's worsened after repetitive activity, such as holding a racket, having weak grip strength with that racket, tenderness to the bony prominence at the outer elbow. Is that the melba? Pain when straightening your wrist and fingers against resistance. Was that from Friends? So I'm trying to think where I got that from. While history and symptoms are informative, Diagnostic imaging such as x-rays or an MRI may be recommended by your provider to investigate the cause of pain and the extent of the injury. Pain management is geared toward conservative, non-operative treatments, as 80% to 95% of patients have success. And that includes rest while taking a break. It is typically the hardest treatment. Relieving stress and overuse is the first step in recovery. It's most distressing to watch people play pickleball 3 to 4 times a week with active injuries. That's not a good idea. Cut back to once or twice a week and be more conscious of when your arm is starting to get sore, and stop sooner. Properly fit equipment such as pickleball player's paddle can help prevent and alleviate symptoms. Also, medications like over-the-counter such as acetaminophen, ibuprofen, or naproxen may help reduce pain and swelling. Topical agents such as Voltaren emulsion, is that right? Emulgel, can also help alleviate symptoms. And these are all wonderful ideas, but it's all from Jennifer Kolker. She's a certified nurse practitioner and medical writer in Indiana who wrote about this. And she also mentions that doing exercise, walking with a physical or occupational therapist can be beneficial, along with targeted exercises. Therapists can help provide ice massage, electrical stimulation, and ultrasound for you. Wear a brace, that's what I did, or strap on the forearm that can help relieve the pressure and stress on the injured tendon. And if conservative measures do not provide relief, your doctor may recommend a steroid injection for your elbow to help decrease the inflammation. If symptoms do not improve after 6 to 12 months of conservative treatment, surgery to remove the diseased tendon may also be recommended, according to Jennifer Kolker. But prevention is the best treatment. Poor mechanics and form lead to increased stress on the tendons of the forearm when backhanding the ball, leading to increased risk of injuries, especially pickleball elbow. The best thing a pickleball player or athlete can do is maintain proper form and sound mechanics. Players new to sports such as pickleball need to properly build strength and agility to help them achieve desired activity levels, such as 5 to 6 days a week on the courts. And finally, Jennifer Kolker says, check with your pharmacist or healthcare provider to determine the best medication to help manage your pain and inflammation. Even over-the-counter medications have side effects or may affect you with kidney problems. If you already have kidney problems, definitely be careful. Or if you have high blood pressure or other health conditions, be careful before taking some of these medicines. Several may interact with each other, and some medications have increased risk as well. Oh, and if taken with alcohol, there are increased risks. So I have not picked up pickleball yet. There was a thing called, was it racquetball? Not racquetball. It was paddleball. Was that it? There was something called paddleball that this pickleball kind of reminds me of. But I'm too busy getting things ready for you to enter Café Anyway. It's difficult to clean all the time, make sure everything looks great and is properly, hospitably placed for the kind visitors like yourself that are about to walk into Café Anyway. Let me get the door for you. Café Anyway. All right, it's Mike Matthews.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And FF episode 3094-3094. I am absolutely at my wit's end. Technologically, I am getting hit.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
With an avalanche of technological failures and problems, and it's driving me absolutely nuts. I'm about to go and find AT&T and kick their butts because they're taking forever to get the internet working, and then my wonderful machinery that I use to do the podcastery is crashing every 5 seconons. So
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Time to overhaul everything, I guess. But yeah, no, seriously, they don't even care.
Daily
AT&T
Podcast.
Oh wait, was I supposed to mention them?
Yeah.
At least with Comcast, they would it would take them maybe a day, but not 2 days. That's ridiculous. And the people, they're nice. We talked to one lady. Yes, my lovely lady friend and I, we were on the call together. One lady from AT&T helping us, very nice, named Diane. And we talked about singers for about 5 minutes. Different types of singer. What's our favorite singer? I mean, maybe that conversation went 10 minutes. You know, I can talk music forever. Well, and we decided I think Aretha Franklin was probably the best. But contemporary, one still alive that still can sing. That what we were Annie Lennox fans. Now Annie Lennox and Aretha sang on that song. Sisters are doing it for themselves. So there we go. Maybe we were all influenced by 80s music. I don't know how old Diane was, but we had an interesting conversation, let's just say. So technologically, I need the internet. I need it to do the podcast, obviously, to upload the podcast, to do the video. I've completely just scrubbed the video. Who even watches the video? I wouldn't watch me talking into a microphone. I wouldn't watch anybody talking into a microphone or trying to say, hey, if you're a podcast, you're audio. You're not video. Stop thinking you're a television show, okay? You ain't that.
And here's today's podcast picture.
The podcast picture is of the beautiful area, Golden Gate Park, and we're looking out towards the museums there. I think we're at the DeYoung in this picture, but it was from 14 years ago. The podcast picture from the last show was from 13 years ago. That was looking at San Francisco from Treasure Island. I'm having to dig into pictures that I have sitting on this computer here at Café Anyway, since I can't access anything I might have in the cloud. So see that at mikesdailypodcast.com. I don't think the late great Basil the Boxer ever went to Golden Gate Park. Oh, we may have driven past it, but we didn't actually walk around. So I think it's a nice place to take a dog for a walk. Maybe taking a walk is a good idea to help you with chronic pain. Effective pain management can help improve the quality of a person's life because chronic pain is complex. There's no single solution. So the CEO and founder of Central Institute for Human Performance says building resilience through fitness, healthy eating, and stress management supports healing and reduces the risk of persistent pain. Walking, cycling, water aerobics, if you don't mind being seen in your swimsuit. That's it, if you have no problem with that. Yoga, Tai Chi, they all help manage chronic pain. Most individuals have persistent pain, will benefit from an individualized prescription of exercise.
Life grand.
Oh, yes. Dealing with pain makes life grand. Regular stretching can help improve flexibility and relieve stiffness. Exercise is a powerful pain management tool, but improper technique or overuse can actually worsen your pain symptoms. And then there's massage therapy. This from Suja Natarajan, who writes about health. Massage therapy helps improve blood flow, relieve muscle tension, and it releases endorphins. For natural pain relief, there was a research article from 2016 that indicates that massage boosts overall well-being in addition to effectively managing pain. Massage therapy is not recommended for people with conditions like severe osteoporosis or certain heart issues. A licensed therapist can customize the technique and focus to address specific needs and concerns. There's also acupuncture. I've never done acupuncture. There was a 2018 analysis published in the Journal of Pain that suggests that acupuncture is an effective treatment for chronic pain with lasting results. It stimulates the nerve endings to release endorphins and improve circulation and reduce muscle tension. Oh, and inflammation.
News random.
Some interesting news random. Does it make you sneeze too? Acupuncture? It's supposed to promote relaxation and well-being, and it requires a skilled practitioner for treatment, may not be suitable for everyone. And then there is cold and heat therapy, like ice packs for cold therapy, helps reduce inflammation and it numbs sore areas. It's ideal for acute injuries and swelling. Then there's heat therapy, like the heating pads. That relaxes muscles, helps with stiffness, helps with muscle tension, and it improves blood flow. If you alternate between those, as you've heard some of your friends that were in football or the other kind of athletic events back in high school or college, and they say, hey, you got to switch between hot and cold. Well, if you alternate between the two, it can help with joint pain. Used correctly, these therapies can ease the discomfort and
Mike's scavenger hunt.
I find here it, according to this article, that it can aid recovery. And then the National Library of Medicine's Medline Plus, I found here, say that herbal medicine is an alternative therapy for pain management used with exercise, relaxation, and a healthy diet. Herbs may reduce pain and comfort. Just call your friend Herb. The anti-inflammatory compounds in herbs, don't the British say herbs, help to support tissue recovery and reduce inflammation, and they may aid in muscle, migraines, joint, and nerve-related pain relief. As we go outside of Café Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth in the land of Ameritopica.
For your entertainment.
This is for your entertainment.
The one,
the who?
the only,
the who?
Mike Matthews.
Not the who. Herbs such as turmeric, frankincense, and cordalis are known to ease pain, and you should always use herbs under an experienced botanical doctor's guidance. And then there's the OTC medications. OTC, yeah, you know me. No, over the counter. And here's like aspirin, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs, as well as acetaminophen. They're some of the common types of pain-relieving medications. You should always take the NSAIDs with food to avoid gastrointestinal side effects. And always read and follow all directions on the medicine labels for your safety.
Yo, the Mike tip.
That's my mic tip, and also this tip here from Suja Natarajan. OTC pain medications are generally safe for most people. However, consult a pharmacist or doctor if you have underlying health conditions or if you're on other medications. I know that I've got some friends that had medications conflict with each other and caused them to go to the hospital. Both guys, the medicines conflicted and caused them to just physically collapse. They became just helpless and needed help, needed an ambulance to show up and take them to the hospital. See a doctor if your pain is severe, persistent, or accompanied by fever, numbness, chest pain, or trouble breathing, and always see a doctor if pain follows an injury or worsens after surgery, or if it affects your mental health too. An approach to pain management that is holistic and preventive may help reduce the effect that chronic pain wow shuts wow can have on someone's physical and mental well-being. Wow. And then it has here another option. Biofeedback helps people manage chronic pain by providing individual real-time information about things like muscle tension, your hand temperature, and your brain activity. It's effective for conditions like back and neck pain, fibromyalgia, neuropathic pain, migraines, and tension headaches. While generally safe, biofeedback may be less effective for individuals with heart rhythm disorders or certain skin conditions. Always consult your healthcare provider before starting therapy, according to Suja Natarajan. And you know, I went to a chiropractor recently, got rid of the neck pain that I was having, and then he suggested to me some things I could do to keep the neck pain from coming back, like getting a very hard ball, like almost like a racquetball or a baseball or something like that, and leaning up against the door or a wall with it, with the ball in between me and the door, rolling on my back, and you can roll up and down and loosen up some of that tension. And some of it is just telling your brain, hey, relax, buddy, relax. This is what I found. But this is all fascinating information from the Newsbleed section. Oh, but here's a interesting one that
Newsbleed section.
Oh, it's raining right now. It's coming down. And then stopped outside of Café Anyway. I bet it's raining right now in Florida. It rains, and then it's fine. But always around 3 o'clock, there's that downpour. Well, they're going to experience that there at the Epic Universe. Universal Studios has that third amusement park now over there. And they're doing everything they can to compete with Disney. They're getting people saying, oh, these are brand new rides. Disney just has old rides. Old crusty rides. I don't like them. I like going to this new place because it's brand new, and I like new things because I'm all about the new, say some people. Well, they've got this place called the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic, and I'm looking it up.
The Myclopedia Insanika.
In my Myclopedia Insanika, the Myclopedia. And according to the people over there at Costco, they did a review. Probably this is a a press release to get the little thing they're doing. Probably got some money on the side to advertise Universal. But the way they explain this Wizarding World of Harry Potter themed stuff, this Wizarding World of Harry Potter, it's themed space features, magical creatures, and incredible attention to detail, exploring the hidden 1920s era Paris shopping district. Oh.
Matthews News.
That's what that is, according to the Matthews News. It's called Place Cachée, made famous by the Fantastic Beasts films. I have not seen those yet. And you journey across time to the Ministry of Magic via the Metro Floor corridor, which transports guests through a fireplace-like structure. Oh, so every land that they have at this Epic Universe in Florida, which just opened a couple months ago, it has a portal, and they do things. It basically, you're just walking under an arch or through a tunnel, and then it will transport you in some way. It has some kind of theming effect. So the different lands are one land is the How to Train Your Dragon land. The other is Super Nintendo land. It's got like a Donkey Kong area. Universal has the rights to Frankenstein, Dracula, Werewolf, the Swamp Thing, and a couple other things. Swamp Monster.
That's a nightmare of a show.
The Mummy. That nightmare of a show, because it is a nightmare. You go into monsters. So that's a land. And then there's another land that's all about the celestial things. I guess kind of a steampunk. Lots of lights and fountains. And then there's this Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So when you go through the portal, it's like you're going through a fireplace. And the star attraction, Harry Potter, the Battle at the Ministry, is Universal's most ambitious ride to date, where powerful storytelling blends with pioneering ride technology to create an adventure focused on anti-hero Dolores Umbridge's trial. No one that I've seen on YouTube, I follow a lot of these YouTubers that do their travel vlogs, none of them I have seen have been able to film it. And they say, okay, they don't let you film on the rides, although they let you film on rides at Disneyland and other theme parks, not this one. They're like, no. Universal says no.
First of all, I just want to thank everyone for joining us here on this show. This was great.
Thank you. It's so informative. The Ministry of Magic is populated by creatures you'll see as surprises in windows, fountains, and various areas throughout the world. Don't miss Le Cirque Arcanus, a live show featuring aerialist puppetry and incredible special effects. There you go. I am not going to go. There you go. I'm not going to go. But it is out there. It is, a lot of you found it and you've gone to it, or you're going to maybe make plans to go there. Maybe you've got your real ID and you're ready to fly there. I'm waiting to get my passport. I am told now that I must go to a post office to do that. Thank you so much, by the way, for your help. I got so much help from you when I asked how to get a passport.
Well, I like
The whiny white man wine list.
Am I whining? Am I whining about this? Well, I am. Look who's here. Hi, Mike. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. Hi. When I hear you got internet problems. I do. Oh, and there's Nellie. Hi, Nellie.
It's a disgruntled fiddle player. Tell you what. I'll never go on the internet, so I don't even know why y'all cared. Tell you what. It's just not even important to me.
Well, there's all kinds of things. You get so used to it, so attached to it. And then it's taken away from you. Your little security blanket is gone. And I went across the street, talked to my neighbors. I said, hey, you guys have AT&T? They said, yes. I said, are you having any outages with your internet? Oh, no. And then later I realized that they weren't even on the internet using their Wi-Fi with what they call the address. Oh, what do they call it? Specific to your home address, special address. When internet is fed right into your house, into the modem, the router, and then you pick it up through the Wi-Fi. She was picking it up through a tablet that was connected to a cell phone tower. Of course she's not going to have any outages. I'm having the real internet, the real digital feed that comes from fiber optics. I think that's how it all goes. So we were talking two different languages. In the end, I'm thinking, as I walked out at first, I'm thinking, well, there's no internet on the street, or it's just me. After talking to her, it sounded like it was just me. But it appears that it is like over 100, but less than 200. That's why they haven't fixed it yet. Had it been like over 2,000, they would have fixed it post haste. Look who else is here.
Hello, Mike. I make delicious root beer. Have some right now. Oh, boy.
Thank you. I could sure go with some. Oh, that's robust and delicious. So good. What's in that root beer?
Mike, I put some cliche in it.
What's the cliche of the week?
Oh, really? What's the cliche of the week?
What's the cliche of the week?
Strawberry.
What's the cliche of the week?
Strawberry is the cliche of the week?
What's the cliche of the week?
Strawberry with a hint of lemon. Oh, boy.
No sea salt?
No sea salt.
Uh-huh. I guess that would not work well in a root beer. Well, where are you off to?
I'm going to go
What's the cliche of the week?
dance.
What's the cliche of the week?
Dancing? You're going to go dance?
What's the cliche of the week?
Yeah, because this music makes me want to dance.
What's the cliche of the week?
Oh, boy. Drink it right now. I'll cut you.
Okay, wow. That's right. Dancing to cliches is so much fun. We're surrounded by them all day, I guess. When you hear people talk at work and you hear all the cliches you hear at work or on the radio or on your favorite podcast. Not this one. This podcast has no cliches. Nope. But we did look at what the cliche of the week was. I think we got no idea what the cliche of the week was. But hey, what we did find out was that we can carry on without the internet. Who needs it? Who needs it? Podcasts can keep going without the internet. What? Podcasts can't go on without the internet? All right. Well, what do you think about all that? Here's the number to call.
Call Mike at the Café Anyway hotline. Area code 510-228-4640. Will you shut ups? Liberty Nation Freedom Phone for All.
And with all things having to do with Mike's Daily Podcast, we go to the mainframe and hear from A-Frame. Thank you, A-Frame. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for listening.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com.
See you tomorrow. Bye!